My New Markets presents the How to Write series, a podcast featuring market basics from the experts.
Welcome to this edition of the How to Write series podcast. Today we will be discussing workers' comp. And our expert today on workers' comp is DeLynn Trivison. DeLynn is a Senior Vice President with AmTrust. DeLynn, thanks for taking some time out today with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's jump right into this. Workers' comp has been a big issue for years, and there's a lot of interest. Give us a general feel for what's going on with workers' comp this year around the country, and are there any areas of the country that are facing any individual challenges?
Well, the entire work comp market is very exciting right now as far as a carrier is concerned, especially a carrier like AmTrust. There are some market cycles that we are enjoying. We are in a firming market, which means that the rates are increasing, and it's a balancing act. You know, we go through soft cycles, we go through hard cycles. Mm-hmm. And, during the soft cycles, many of our competitors, basically they go to market share. That is not an AmTrust initiative. We are considered very consistent, whether we're in the soft market or the hard market. So now that and I would not call it a hard market at this point, but we are seeing some firming. We're seeing some competitors that were not disciplined during the soft market raising their rates and starting to decrease their underwriting appetite. Some of our competitors are getting off of some of the smaller risks, which are our core products. So we are really enjoying this cycle at this point. AmTrust can write 350 targeted classes. We serve the underserved small to mid-sized businesses. We like the owner involved in the business. So we are able to capture some of the business that our competitors are not enjoying and making money on, because we've always been very disciplined. We've always been an underwriting company, and we'll always continue that. And we've enjoyed very consistent combined ratios throughout the years. Ours has not suffered because, again, we were very disciplined in the soft market. So we're able to capture a lot of business in this firming market. California is very unique to AmTrust. We entered California about 2.5 years ago. And the market out there is very unique, and it's very interesting, especially at this time. As you know, there's a lot of business to be had in the state of California. It's a very populated state.
Sure, yeah.
Basically, entering at the right time has been very beneficial to AmTrust.
You mentioned earlier that the rates are starting to harden. Are there any areas of the country where that are different? Are there some areas that are hardening or some areas that are soft? Or is it all basically...
There are various levels, I would say, by state and by region. But I would say overall, most of the states in the country are firming. There are various levels. I would say that, your large states, California, New York, and Florida, may be firming more than some of the other states. I would say the Midwest states are not firming as much as some of the other states. For the most part, overall, we're seeing prices increase.
And that's got to be a challenge for your agents or every agent who's trying to sell any type of coverage that's increasing in price.
It is. That's a hard message for them to deliver to their policyholder. And policyholders many times, although they forget when they enjoyed the lower rates in the soft market, running a business, and especially the kind of business that we write, which is a smaller business, it's a hard message to the policyholder. But we are not the only market. There's still a lot of competition out there. I think that some carriers are now entering the market when they can get rate. It is a challenge to agents, but I think some of the veteran agents are used to these cycles.
Sure. Are there any other unique challenges for agents right now with work comp?
Other than delivering the message of the price increase to the policyholder, I would say that they probably don't have as many markets in the game right now. In the soft market, you might have had 15 carriers writing monoline work comp, and some of those may have said, I'm not going to play in that market anymore. So they may not have as many carriers to place the business with.
Sure. And
I'm sure that varies by state, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Where are you seeing growth opportunities?
Well, the more populated states, number one, and those states that suffered more for the downturn economy. I mean, that was unique. When we were in the last 3 to 5 years, that downturn economy affected all agents that I don't think they had seen before, and consequently affected the carriers. So I think that those states that were affected, like California and Florida, were definitely unique to those states, and they're recovering. And so there's more opportunity probably for growth in those states just because the economy is recovering.
You're kind of in an interesting position to have your finger on the pulse of the economy regionally. As the amount of workers' comp starts to increase, that's a kind of a symbol or a sign that the business is starting to come back. It's an interesting place to be.
Yeah, I think that it was something that was very unique not only to business owners but insurance carriers as a whole, and it was something that was not typical to all of our cycles that we know there's going to be a soft cycle, we know there's going to be a hard cycle. It's just how long do those cycles last and when are they going to hit? And that's one thing that a carrier and agents have to determine and adjust to. But that was a unique thing. The downturn economy was very unique, and especially when it hit in that cycle. So, we usually have increased payrolls. We usually have audits that, if you're writing businesses that are growing, you're having audit premium that you're collecting after the fact. But it was the opposite. We were giving premium back. Carriers were giving premium back because they did not do well, and the businesses were suffering.
How important is the agent in the sale of work comp?
Critical to AmTrust, I will say. We are not a direct writer. Our agents and the relationship that we have are one of the main reasons we do well. And we really enjoy good partnerships. I think that AmTrust is becoming to be a major player in a very short amount of time. And without our agents, we would not enjoy the success that we do today.
Is there a certain type of agent that you're looking to work with?
Well, I think that, number one, an agent needs to have a need for an additional insurance carrier, no matter what line you're selling. Our core business is small to mid-sized businesses. So that fits with the community-driven type of small to mid-sized agents. We love small business. That's what AmTrust is all about. It doesn't mean that we don't write large accounts, but they're usually like multi-location type of small businesses rolled into one. So that type of business is appealing to a community-driven broker or agent. And so we like to go seek out the agents that write that Main Street kind of business and have the relationships with those type of policyholders. That fits well with a small to mid-size agent.
And you guys are national?
We are. We write in all states that you can write work comp in. We don't really we're licensed in Alaska and Hawaii, but really don't have a presence there.
And how, if an agent had questions for you or needed more information, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, they can call our 1-800 number, which is 877-528-7878, or the easier way is to go on to our website, which is www.amtrustnorthamerica.com, and there is an agent section. They can put their contact information, and we'll contact them right away and see if we can start doing business together.
Well, thanks for taking some time with us today. Very interesting.
Well, I appreciate the time.